Hey there, well, time for another of Tai Lopez's 67 steps. This is step number 5, poor friends. Rich friends, poor friends. Something else. But anyway, the gist of this one is really the difference between how rich and poor people assimilate knowledge. And, you have to be aware that there's nothing wrong with having rich people and poor people, and Tai's not just talking about money, he's talking about success. It's not a financial thing. It's successful and unsuccessful, but the short form is rich and poor. So, there's nothing wrong with having these kinds of people in your life, but you have to ask the right people. You don't ask poor friends for money advice. And so this is about going beyond mentorship. It's the people directly involved in your life outside of that. And start to notice the patterns between successful people and unsuccessful people. And Tai lists some of the patterns that he's noticed. For instance, successful people are full of quotes. They're talking about, other sources of information. This kind of shows a humility that they don't know everything. And you really notice that unsuccessful people are always talking about their own opinions. I think this and I think that and blah, blah, blah. And they're not informed. Yeah, so be aware of that. And, successful people seek advice. This is kind of an extension of that. Successful people seek advice. Again, it's a humility thing, which is one of the previous steps. Unsuccessful people kind of bristle at the advice that's given, and they always take it as personal criticism. Successful people have discipline, not just to impress other people, but because that's their way, that's their structure. Unsuccessful people normally are not disciplined. Successful people build, that you have to build a core and keep on building. This is why rich people are not frivolous with their money. That's how they became rich people. We're not talking about winning the lottery here. They built a core and kept on building it. That's why they don't give it away. Successful people know the concepts that their area is built on. Let's say, keep on talking about finance. Let's see, rich people know math. Rich people understand about taxes. Poor people are often poor at math, often don't understand about taxes and other financial things. Healthy people understand about fitness, So that was kind of his list of things to differentiate between successful and unsuccessful rich and poor people. And so you have to learn to discriminate. Now, we hate that word discrimination, but, people are equal, but people's advice is not equal. You should discriminate along the lines of most likely to be accurate. And this is a good reason to read biographies of successful people, for instance, because there you go. There's a successful person. You can get information right from them. You don't have to find them out. And learn to be observant in your life. Tai talks about Sherlock Holmes. I love that, but you don't have to go to that level, but you have to see what's going on around you. Always be aware of what's going on around you. And Alan Nation, he has a great quote from Alan Nation. It's like he didn't have an original idea. He simply went to where the smart people were and accumulated their knowledge. That's probably not totally true, but you get the idea. Bringing all this stuff in, taking the right advice, learning the habits of these people is a good path to success. And avoid the trap of, when you're seeking advice, avoid this trap of knowing what the advice should be. Might as well not even ask the question if you think you already know the answer. Seek out the truth, regardless of the outcome. And maybe it's going to conflict with your current beliefs, which is not bad. It doesn't matter. Follow the truth, especially if it's in your business. If you think it's going to be like this and it's like this, then for God's sakes, don't do this. Go over here. So that was it. His question was, what's a profound lesson you kind of noticed about the difference between successful and unsuccessful people, between rich and poor people? What are some differences you've noticed? And just be aware. and take the best advice. Take it from the right people.